up and play football.
You get where you feel like you can rush the quarterback. You understand? Rush the quarterback.
Trib Live Radio presents the Mark Kaboly Show. Every Monday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. with your fresh Steelers reaction.
Not let that damn quarterback out of there.
That's Steeler defense. That's Steeler defense. That'll cool your ass off.
The Steel Mill is live right now on Trib Live Radio. Here's your host, Mark Kaboly.
I like it. I like it.
Jesse James is the man right now, and I talked to him yesterday, and the guy is he views this as an opportunity. It's an opportunity. First, you have to think about Jesse James. First of all, he's 22 years old. He's the youngest tight end on the roster. Number two, he hasn't been playing the position that long. I mean, I don't even consider high school. Trust me, I saw him play in high school, and I wouldn't quite call him a tight end. He played 3 years in college at Penn State, where one of those years he was just totally not used. And he played less than 200 snaps last year, so there's a lot of room for growth.
Practice indoors.
It was good. I thought we, did a good job handling it, not really expecting it. It's just, above the shoulder pads today, try to get through the reads and the progressions and, the run game, just getting to the right play and all that.
You were able to look at the film from Friday?
Yes.
Pluses, minuses for you? How do you rate your overall performance?
I feel like, personally I did pretty well. Could have done better in some areas, on some plays. Offensively, we didn't have our best game. But, hopefully we can change that around and get into this next game and get some series going early.
You played a lot of snaps, too? You played into the fourth, right?
I played to the end of the third quarter, a couple minutes left in the third quarter.
Is that beneficial for you to be able to get that number of reps in?
Yeah, I wasn't planning on playing as long as I did, but the amount of snaps was what I expected. We just didn't get that many snaps in the first half, so we had to keep on playing and give these the coaches a chance to see what they got.
How do you like your blocking so far? I believe I was on the Richardson run. You pulled or came across and made a nice block. You like what your blocking is so far here in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, I feel like I've improved every day at camp, and that's the plan. Just keep improving. First was get my technique down and back to end of the season form and mid-season form, and then now I'm being a little bit more aggressive each and every day. Just getting on my blocks more aggressively.
How are you taking this now? You went from rookie last year to who knows what's up with Darius to being the man. I mean, is that a big jump for you from 1 year, and how are you handling that mentally?
Since Heath retired, it's a role I've expected to be able to handle and take, and nothing changed when Darius was signed. I had the same mentality coming in, hoping to be able to compete with him, and showed everyone that I was ready to take on a bigger role. Nothing's really changed for me over the past few months, even in the camp. Just keep going out, competing, and getting better every day, and try to make the most of this.
If you have to be the number one for the whole year, the extended period of time, number one tight end, confident that in your abilities to be able to make that transition to
absolutely, no question. I feel really good about it. Coaches will feel pretty good about it, I believe, and we'll go into this preseason. We get better every day, and coming out here in September, we're gonna be ready to go.
Yeah, you've been playing tight end 3 years of college and 1 year here. You played a little bit in high school, but I don't think that counts. You're still learning the position, I would imagine, right?
I've been doing well with it. I've always been, since I played football, with a tight end. Obviously, each level you make a jump and the position changes in different ways. Obviously, here, there's a bunch of responsibility thrown on the tight end. Be able to make different plays and help guys get in the right spots and be able to sort out some things that they wouldn't ask other players to do. That's what they're used to here, and then that's what they expect. So nothing's going to change. I'm just going to put my head down, go to work, and try to make the most of it.
What do you think of your unit? It's quite young and inexperienced. I mean, especially if Ladarius not around or he's not going to play or whatever. You like where they're at, even though you guys are young and inexperienced?
We're still at the beginning. Still have a couple weeks left in the preseason. obviously we're working towards it to get to where we need to be in September. Each day you see you guys improving. DJ, he's played here. He's done a great job. He's a smart guy, understands the offense, and he's come a long way just since he got here with the playbook, getting back into it here. Xavier's done a great job. We'll see what happens. I feel good whenever we get to September. The guys that are playing on the field are going to be ready to go and be able to run smooth.
Do you expect Ladarius to be back?
I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I have no idea. Just waiting to see. Hopefully he's back sooner than later. But really, I have no idea.
You have to. You don't say.
Trainers.
You don't worry about somebody else's health. You worry about your own.
Yeah.
But your confidence is number one now.
Yeah, I feel really good about it. I've been preparing for this since when he's retired early in the offseason, so nothing's changed for me.
Even when they signed Ladarius, did you think, there goes my shot? Or
no, I never thought that at all. I think Ladarius, he's a great player. He's done great things in San Diego, but I always felt confident I was going to have a prominent role here this season at tight end. The way we play is a little bit different. I felt that we were going to come in here and compete, and then things might change a little bit how the offense ran, but I felt good about my opportunity to take up some playing time.